They become more generic in their animation style as it goes along. Well, I keep landing on this same goddamn clip right there.
You just want to kill that little girl every time.
I know. I just want to.
God damn, man.
If I plays enough, she'll actually drive off that bridge.
Fall to her death. Her doom.
Yeah. Just keep playing it like when she just jumps off something. Hey everybody, Double Toasted Live is coming to New York on September 10th. Hey, that's my big birthday weekend, so help me celebrate with you. You can get your tickets right now over at doubletoasted.com or go to x1entertainment.com/double-toasted-Brooklyn. Hey, there's a limited number of all access tickets and VIP tickets. They're going pretty fast, so go over there and get your tickets now. Hey everyone, support our Patreon, which helps us to continue bringing you our live streams, videos, and podcasts while bringing you new content such as exclusive live streams and animated shorts. People, Lin-Monkey-ass Miranda over here. Boy, y'all talking about that's racist, man. Nah, it's not. If you hear what I got to say, if you know what he's doing right now, you know exactly where I'm coming from. If I'm racist, then he's more racist than me because he did it. What did he do? Well, I'll tell you what he did at first. He's gone from making a musical masterpiece about the founding of this great nation.
Harder by being a lot smarter.
Oh, that sounds like that Hamilton over there, man. Yeah, he's gone from being the creator of a genius piece of work called Hamilton to being a talking monkey wearing a hat. I think that's him writing his next play right there.
Hey, that's moving up.
That is moving up. If you consider that this movie we're about to talk about, Vivo, that is Vivo the monkey right there. As I said, Vivo is life and life is Vivo. Or is it? You know, this movie, Vivo, where he is a talking monkey wearing a hat, this was pitched to DreamWorks, not DreamWorks, it was Sony. It was pitched to Sony, actually before Hamilton. Yeah. So he was out there doing stuff before. He was the Lin-Manual Miranda you know today. And it's good to see that, hey, you know what? He hasn't let success get to him to the point where he's forgotten about the children. But can a man go out there and make a children's musical? And nobody's expecting him to make the Hamilton of children's musicals out there, but can he at least make it pretty decent? Can he bring that Lin-Manual Miranda magic to this animated project right here? Let's go ahead and watch the trailer for Vivo.
Vivo, you must deliver this song to Martha.
Man, this is kind of sad, man. This man is so lonely that he is the monkey talking to him. Got no friends. Put a little hat in that monkey and they just having all kind of conversations.
She needs to know that I love her.
The mission for love is Han. Can I pet him? No. Go to town. His name's...
Girl, you trifling. Clean your bag. I know you a kid, but no kid even be having food and slime dripping in that backpack. That's just nasty. I believe, and maybe you know this, because I'm kind of taking a guess. I believe that this was going to be theatrically released before COVID hit everything hard. And of course, if you can't get to the theater, you're having trouble, you know, passing your movie off and getting it seen. You know, if it's good enough, get Netflix to pick it up. I think you're right. It was supposed to go to the theaters. And,
yeah, I mean, it probably would have been a Netflix movie they would have put in the theaters.
Yeah. Or, no, I think it was backwards. I think they were going to actually release it because it's a Sony animation.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
And they probably, set it up.
And since the theaters were kind of crazy right now, you know, kid stuff does well on Netflix and streaming platforms all around anyway. But also, another reason why I thought that this might have gone to the theaters and we're reviewing this because there was a point where we did a discussion about our most anticipated movies of 2021. Mm-hmm. And I believe on your list, Vivo was one of them. Yeah,
and we did that discussion so long ago, I completely forgot. And when Netflix was showing previews for this, that one image, I thought, well, this looks terrible. I ain't looking forward to this. I completely forgot it was that same movie I talked about.
Because Mark was talking about shit. Vivo, boy. Can't wait for Vivo to get, but this man, Vivo, boy. Love me some Vivo. Hey, man, you want to review Vivo? Who the hell is Vivo? V-who?
Oh, goddamn Vivo. That name sounds stupid. Why would I want to do that? Sony shit.
Nobody watch no damn monkey with a hat on. I said I wanted to see this. I must have been drunk. But it's out now. It's here. And it is, this has nothing to do with nothing, all right? This is number 2 on Netflix's most popular movies and shows this week. Tomorrow it'll be number 10, all right? Won't even be on the list. So who knows? Who knows where this will go? But this weekend, a lot of people are watching this, and since Martin was looking forward to this, I was actually curious to see what you thought about it once you actually saw it.
Sure.
And how I felt about it, because I did remember this, but I was not looking forward to it as much as you were, but that doesn't mean I didn't want to see it. I think it just had other stuff on the list. I don't know. You know, different things appeal to different people.
Of course.
But this did appeal to me very much, man. Great opening. Great opening here. I immediately fell in love with this art style, man. You know,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, as much as I didn't like the character design from just that one still, the second it started moving, I was like, oh no, I'm loving this.
Oh yeah.
There's such an attention to detail that's going on. Like you even have like characters like the mother and daughter, where you can see similar features, like the spacing of the eyes and the noses and stuff.
Well, I was more impressed with how they adapted Cuba.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Cuba.
They make Cuba look beautiful.
Oh, the setting, the culture, but mainly, man, the music.
Mm-hmm.
I love the way they introduced the music here. As it was introduced by, of course, the character of Vivo, but also this gentleman right here, Andres, played by Juan de Marcos Gonzalez. Boy, that ain't a Latin-loving name. That's a pimp-ass name. Shit, before that monkey, I bet he had a lot of shit. But because he's a talented musician, he's a talented street performer, and, Cuba plays a huge setting in the beginning, and what I love about it is that the way they embrace the art style is not just with the culture and not just with the music, which is a huge part, but I love the way they actually brought out some other things too that you see here, like with the art style, not just being the CG animation that we see.
No, the 2D stuff is gorgeous.
The 2D stuff is gorgeous, which is actually an optical illusion, I believe. But really, it's that music, man. I love the opening with this, and I love the opening with the way Andres and Vivo have the relationship, their team, and they have, and the music is just beautiful that they do at the beginning.
Are you ready, Vivo?
Vivo comes out like a clown. This is humiliating.
Presenting the one and only Vivo.
Yeah, that's just a taste of it right there. It's very lively, but it also slows down and becomes almost very romantic, and it's appropriate for that because of the story just gets better as it goes to show you what the main plot is, or what you think is going to be in the main plot. That's when they bring in the romantic subplot, and things get a lot deeper for Andres. He gets a letter from his old musical partner, Marta, who's voiced by Gloria Estefan, who never had the chance to tell her that he loved her. And she asked him in a letter, which you probably saw from the trailer, she asked him to meet her in Miami, because in Miami she is going to be doing her farewell tour because she's retiring. And what do you know? This is a chance for him to go in, visit her after all these years, reveal this love that he had for her, which he did not want to tell her because he didn't want to hold her career back when she had a big moment. And I'm looking at this, man, and it is such an emotional journey on the level of Pixar. And I'm like, I cannot wait to go on this journey with them. And then the movie is like, oh, you like that Pixar shit, huh? Give me your heart. They build you up like Pixar, and they break you down. There's a moment in here, and I don't want to spoil it, but man, they do something on you talk about Pixar, they do something on the level of Up in here. I was like, damn.
Yeah, we were all watching this and just like, yeah, it's fun, and oh wow, this is much better than I was expecting. And then it was like, we were all sitting there like, it is 11:30 in the morning. I did not get up this morning to cry this early. What the hell?
Yeah. I didn't really cry, but I was like, Jesus. And You know, listen. For one, if y'all want to know, because I just gotta tell you, because it's go away for like just a minute, because I'm gonna tell you what happens here, man. Because it's kind of important. He gets that letter, and he's ready to go. Vivo gets his bags packed. Now I'm about to spoil it for some of y'all. Just go away real quick. But come back in a minute. And the next morning, Vivo's like, "Hey man, you ready to go?" And he looks over the chair, and that fool is dead. He's dead. It was almost like the letter came with a picture, and he looked at that ass of that woman, and he had a heart attack. He couldn't take that shit. I mean, even Vivo had to pry that letter from his cold dead ass.
Rigor mortis had set in.
I mean, it was that thing where Vivo's like, "Come on, get up," and touches his hand, and it's ice cold, and he's just like, "Oh,
yeah."
shit."
It was like, I know you didn't kill this dude.
Wow.
10 minutes in
We
this
got
movie,
a
man.
all up about what's going to happen in the journey, and it's like, no, that
Damn.
is not happening. Not happening.
Shit, Marta killed his ass. Because Marta,
She dusted it with cyanide.
she dusted with them pictures of them titties and that ass.
She's too thick.
She was, because Marta
too
got
thick.
thick and she looked fine. And it was like that old man saw that ass. He was like, oh, shit. It's sad and beautiful at the same time. And I can't wait to see where it goes. And Martin already told me how he feels about this. I can tell you, him and I are going to disagree on this because when that old man died, they said, you know what? Now that old fool's gone, now he's done saying all that old ass music. Let's bring in the rapping obnoxious kid. Okay, all right. God damn it, all right. This kid has been on like 2 minutes and I'm already annoyed. You know, it was like that is Gabby, and it's voiced by a girl named Yanarli Simo. Sorry, never heard the name before, but not that the character's bad. Well, she is kind of annoying to me because, again, she's, you know, there's nothing new, but it felt fresher than usual when we were actually dealing with this story of this older man who might reignite this relationship with this woman. You know, it was the music was great, the story felt sincere, and it didn't feel like it was pandering. Now we got the usual story with the kid who has a parent that's dead, so she's, you know, that's her excuse to be just a little bit extra and a little bit more precocious than usual. And you know, we see these stories all the time, these animated movies. I'm beginning to think it's just because they want to animate two parents.
That is that thing, like, why has it been since the dawn of time? Always one parent is dead.
Disney set that trend.
Yeah, you want to know why I love Into the Spider-Verse? Because both parents were alive in that. I was impressed. You know why I love the Mitchells Meet the Machines? Because the whole family was alive. You know, it's just like, damn, man, can't these people live? These parents raise these kids? You know, it's not that I couldn't even take the kid. I don't mind that if there was just more story there, because now that we have that other story gone, it feels like that's not really much of a story left, at least for me. And you know, if once the story with with Andres is gone, now we have the story of Vivo, who has to get the letter back to Marta because there's a song that Andres wanted her to have. And of course, in memory of Andres, Vivo wants to take it there. Now, to take it there, he's got to go to Miami, and then he's got to go through the Everglades. And once they go through the Everglades, it ain't nothing but talking animal. Y'all know what I'm about to say. Hijinks. It just feels like there's a lot of talking animal filler going on. Like this, the same thing. I'm gonna eat you, Vivo. It's about 3 scenes. I'm gonna eat you, Vivo. Meet some talking birds. You know, birds in love with another bird. We've seen that before, and it'd be cool if that went somewhere. But those things don't go anywhere. And if it ain't the if it's not the animals that are putting in filler, then it's other little obnoxious kids. You got a storyline going on, a barely story of a subplot of Gabby being chased down by this knockoff Girl Scout who called the Sand Dollars, and the whole thing is that they're trying to save Vivo because Vivo is a very rare animal and they don't think Gabby can take care of it. Which I give them this, they're right. They show you in the beginning where Gabby's killed about 3 animals. So they're like, man,
the whole thing when Vivo wakes up in her bedroom, all of that was just like we were watching, shaking our head like he's got to get out of there.
Yeah,
he's gonna die. It reminded me of the scene from which of the Peanuts movie was Snoopy Come Home?
Snoopy Come Home, yeah.
Yeah, when he gets with that one girl who's like, oh, I'm just going to love you. And he's like, you're going to kill him.
Man, you know, if there's anything for me to root for, this is like, yeah, get that fool away from that girl, man, because she's going to kill that monkey, man.
Come on, Vivo. Get back there and shake him off.
Mr. Henshaw, you drove here? You live 2 blocks away. Shame on you.
Oh, go to hell, Karen. that little ass Karen got an early start. You know her family came in, gentrified the neighborhood, took jobs away from people, made the taxes go up, and she gonna get on this man about driving his car. You in them 2 bros, right? You know what I'm... I mean, she does have a point. Your lazy ass get your ass off the wall.
You know what? That was the funny thing about that is like this whole Sand Dollar thing and the girls being so
environmentally conscious.
Environmentally conscious to the point of being a junior Karen. But when they called him out on that, it was funny.
No, they were right. I hate to say it. Little Karen was right. Your lazy ass.
Because they called him something earlier. It was like, all right, y'all need to let up. But then you get here, you're like, they got a point.
I'm coming down harder on the movie than probably what it sounds like because I just think that there was potential there for this movie that was kind of lost to just make this, just your average kid's family film. You know, very generic in feeling with all these talking animal hijinks going on here. Because, I mean, believe me, at the beginning, it's amazing, man. It's amazing. And I don't know how they did this 2D style. What I think is...
I mean, I know it's done with the computer.
It's 3D with 2D...
Yeah, skins
on it. Yeah. But it's still... I'll tell you, what I'm impressed with, that technology has come so far that it really does look more and more like 2D.
It does.
You can still tell slightly that might be 3D models, but
and how it moves a lot of times. But for the most... But it's such a great look. It is that perfect meld of the 2 different types of techniques.
It really is, man. It really is. I was so impressed by that. I'll show you again just a little bit of it moving right here. You know, you can kind of tell with the movements right there, just a little bit. But damn, they've done an amazing job with this. But anyway, you liked it a lot more than me, obviously.
I do disagree with you about the fact that we are going to disagree on this. Because so much what you're saying is true. Now, I can tell you that the stuff I loved so much. It just really hit me hard. But there is that thing where, in the beginning and Vivo going on a journey and getting with Gabby and like, oh shit, he's got to save his life. He's got to get away from this girl. and even Gabby herself, I was like, you know what? On the surface, she just seems obnoxious. You want to blow her off. But as I was sitting there watching it with my daughter, we were both like, yeah, you remember when you were exactly in this phase doing all this same stuff.
Yeah.
She was like, yeah, I know. And so I was like, this is actually hitting even more accurate than you might think. But there is that point in it where all this that they do so well, once it gets to like, all right, now it's a road trip of just hijinks and manufactured danger, especially when they get to the Everglades. Because even the whole like, well, we got to go through the Everglades to get there. There's something about that seems like that doesn't sound right, or there's got to be a simpler way. Matter of fact, there was a simpler way that gets cut off for the dumbest of reasons. It's not even necessarily bad, but we've just seen it done a bunch before, and it's almost like it's a package that comes with like, well, like some executive like, well, you're making one of these movies, kid, you got to put something like this in there. And I'm like, all right. And the movie's not that long, so I get that it pads it out to make it feature length. And for younger viewers, I'm sure it'll play well. For those of who've seen this a bunch, it's like, man, this is fine, but it started out so just amazing.
You started out with again, Pixar level from another studio. You started out with Up. You started out with Inside Out. You know, any kind of emotional heaviness that Pixar has done. I'm not even asking to cry in every Pixar movie. I'm not asking to go there, but they did achieve that. In some way, they just said, you know, it's easy to just at this point just to make a typical kids movie, and that's a shame. You know, what makes me disappointed with this is that they didn't want to tell story. They want to tell jokes, and that's what happens with this. It's just segmented with just a gag here, a gag there, and I wish these things lent themselves to the story more. And I even like some of the things in there. What's his name?
Brian Tyree Henry.
No, Rooker. Michael Rooker.
Oh, Michael Rooker. Yeah,
Michael Rooker.
That's right. That's
Michael Rooker plays a good snake. You know, he's a good snake, man. I actually liked him as a snake.
Michael Rooker's been popping up everywhere.
Yeah, Michael Rooker is a good snake, and and you know what? The design behind that was good. Other things I'm looking at in here. Mom is thick. Mom got some ass, boy. Man, even Vivo's like, damn.
That's Pixar ass right there.
Yeah, man. You know, I agree with you, man. I'm talking to you about this, and I thought we would disagree a little bit more,
I mean,
which is fine.
I still think I like it more because I really like the music a lot. Because when it started, it was like, all right, Lin-Manuel, he has such a signature.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, I wonder if he's getting overexposed. But it was quick to where I was like, no, I actually love this song, and I love the next song. And after, I like, these songs are catchier to me than all the ones in the Heights.
You know, with this, you know, this little girl is one of those moments where I don't feel like her ending was earned. I feel like she's there just to get kids to laugh. She's there to do funny antics with Vivo, and then, you know, at the end, it's like, oh well, let's go ahead and bring out the parent that's dead and get emotional. And I was like, man, you know, I didn't feel like that was a lead up to that. But you know, I mean, look, I'm with you in that for kids, I feel like they had something that was a real family film. And then for the most of it, it turned into a kid's movie. And I do like Lin-Manuel Miranda's music in here. I like his rapping. And I think that there are some songs in here that I think are great, but mostly at the beginning and mostly near the end. It's going to hit its mark with the audience that it probably meant to get overall. Even though I think having Lin-Manuel Miranda makes you think that you're going to get something wider. But no, I mean, I would never try to compare this to Hamilton. I don't think everybody needs to quit trying. This man ain't going to, we're going to have to deal with this, and probably you have to deal with this too. This man probably will not make another Hamilton. All right. You know, if it's, it's not even because he can't do it, but because we have put so much weight on Hamilton.
Yeah.
We ourselves have put so much weight on Hamilton. This man could like make about 10 more Hamiltons, but because we put so much expectations on this to be just the next Hamilton,
sure,
it's probably, you know, we won't recognize it as that. I'm just saying that, you know, I do think he has some great musical numbers in here. I think the musical numbers that work here are the ones that work better for when the story I thought was working better. But for a kid's movie, where I thought it could be more, so what? It's not. Okay, so no big deal. But for a kids movie, for kids to watch this, yeah, it's fine, man. I think it's a lot of fun for kids. You know, it's and I really do love this animation style that they've chosen all the way through. They become more generic in their animation style as it goes along. Well, I keep landing on this same goddamn clip right there.
You just want to kill that little girl every time.
I know. I just want to.
God damn, man.
If plays enough, she'll actually drive off that bridge.
Fall to her death. Her doom.
Yeah. I just keep playing it like where she just jumps off something. It is a high rental for me.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, then I guess I did like it a whole lot better than you. I came close to giving this a low full price because the beginning is definitely a full price. And I don't know that it's so much the middle where I start to feel that, but definitely toward the end of the second act going into the third. I thought it ended strong, and I dropped tears in the beginning and at the end. So all in all, I give it a high matinee.
Yeah. No, I wish I could enjoy it as much as you had because I saw the potential there, but I'm glad you got something out of it.
Yeah.
You know,
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah. Shit, maybe Vivo too. The return of Andres.
Zombie?
Yeah. Or maybe, you know, be
We're going
funny.
to the spirit world like Coco.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Or he never died.
I was wondering that too, if it would come back to where he was just like, yeah, I was asleep.
Yeah,
about the song.
Bury an old man in it.
Did I miss the concert?
Get your ass off me.
I'm not dead.